Hello, Rita here. Welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing as good as I am today. I know it's been a long minute, but I just wanted to jump on and give you an update as to what's been going on with me and where I'm headed with the channel. So guys, as of August, I am now a part of the Great Resignation of 2021. And if you don't know what that is, briefly, as a result of COVID, people are quitting their jobs more now than ever before in history. Now, before I go on, I want to say that this is not a drag on the job I just left or the jobs in general, because I am thankful for all the jobs I have had because they took a chance on hiring me and helped me as a single mother to take care of my son and myself. So just wanted to say that, because honestly, the truth is they are the employers and we willingly signed up to work for them. And at any time we can leave. I repeat, at any time we can leave. We do have that choice. So in this video, I'm just going to share with you what led up to me quitting and what I've been doing, and like I said, where I'm headed, and where the channel is headed. And hopefully you'll gain something that will help you in your own journey. Okay. So as I said, a lot of people have joined the Great Resignation. These people were laid off because their jobs closed because of COVID. And then when the jobs reopened, they decided not going back. And then there were people that had to work from home. And, you know, I know personally, I have friends who are still working from home. And some people have said, you know what, I'm just going to quit. Now, that didn't happen to me. I did not quit because of COVID, indirectly or directly. You know, I quit my job because I was removed from my current position. So I should say that I was blessed to work the whole time during COVID, because I work in the mental health field, which is the medical field. So yeah, I quit my job because I was removed from my current position. And basically it was, to me, an insult, because the only time that you're removed from a position at this particular job is if you have if you've done your job unsatisfactorily. And I know that wasn't the case, but that's the reason I was given. So it was like, okay, you're going to do this and insult my intelligence at the same time. So at that moment I had to decide, okay, am I going to continue to work at a job where I was already feeling bored, unchallenged, toxic work environment, talked down to by management in a lot of cases, and just basically overall just not a good fit for me anymore after 7 years? Or do I continue on for a paycheck? And so I decided when this happened, it was time for me to leave. I had already planned on leaving sometime in 2022, but everything happens when it's supposed to happen. So before I got this job, I had been unemployed for almost 2 years, after working 20 years doing customer service in call centers for different companies. And I was just like burned out, and I took time off to plan my next move. So I decided to go into the mental health field, specifically working with those with MRDD, which stands for mental retardation and developmental disabilities. You know, I wanted to do something that would be more meaningful than taking customer service calls. You know, I felt as though I would be able to help these individuals and be able to have a career, because I did like working with the MRDD community. So that's how I ended up in this with that job. Now, overall, my job history, let me just share with you briefly, has been like, I get in, you know, I learn the job very quickly because these aren't high-level jobs. They're usually entry-level. And I've always been an excellent worker. I did my job with the highest level of competency and quality. And yes, I'm tooting my own horn. But this was also, you know, reflected in my evaluations that we would get every year. I came to work on time, didn't call off, and I respected my supervisors, which is why I know that wasn't the real reason that I was removed from my position. But anyway, after about 2 years, I would get bored with the jobs. The environment would become toxic. I would clash with management. It just would, after a while, it's like, you know what? Things would happen and I would end up quit. And, I'm pretty easygoing. I am an easygoing person, but 2 things just are, a deal breaker for me. Don't talk to me disrespectfully in a superior tone. Like, don't do that. And don't treat me unfairly, because I will always stand up for myself. Always. And as a result of that, I've gotten written up several times for insubordination, which means you're basically saying, as defined as willful disobeying of an order from one superior. That whole definition just totally just rubs me the wrong way. Disobeying one superior. And in those 2 cases, one case it was like, yes, but it was unfair what she was asking me to do. And the other was just, he was showing preferential treatment, and I spoke up about it. But I guess at these jobs, you're just supposed to just take whatever they dish out, how they dish it out, how they say it, because you're employed there just to keep your paycheck, and I can't do it. When it's directly to me, and it's like, I can't do it. And this is why I feel without a doubt I was removed from my position. Not because I wasn't doing it well, because I look back and there were several situations where in the upcoming weeks prior to me actually getting removed, where I basically stood my ground. Like, no, this is not fair. And I spoke out about it. No. So I had wanted to leave this job in a good way. Not clashing with management as being the final straw to making me saying goodbye. And leaving with a two weeks notice. But, oh well. So, what I did after I quit, I tried to jump right back into making videos, and it was just like, no, girl, you do not have it the rhythm anymore. Stop it. So I said, forget it. And your girl just caught up on some sleep, like a lot of sleep. I'm talking like sleeping 10 hours a day, stand up a little bit, and then going right back to sleep for another 10, 12 hours. I was exhausted. I didn't even realize it. Working, I ate whatever I wanted to eat, watched whatever I wanted to eat. I treated it like a vacation. Because honestly, I have not had a vacation, a real planned vacation, in 18 years. 18 years. All I've been doing is working, grinding. Just grinding. So yeah, I enjoyed my first month. And during that time, anxiety and panic did hit. Like, girl, you don't have a job. You don't have a job. You don't have a job. But then would calm myself down and just say, you know what, just remind myself of why I quit. Why you quit. You quit because you did everything there. You wasn't going to management. You wasn't treated fairly. You didn't like the place. Just, you've outgrown it. So it was time to move on. And as my sister who is departed, who would always say, a lesson not learned will be repeated. So it's like, okay, you want to go back, it's going to come and it's going to be repeated. The same thing is going to happen. It has, as has been shown, job after job after job. Yeah, so after my vacation, guys, I've been doing a lot of decluttering, realizing that I have let my house just slip in the level of cleanliness and tidiness that I like it to be. Working on the jobs. I've been doing a lot of journaling, just sitting with my emotions and just doing a lot of just decompressing and thinking. And I realized that I was depressed. Depressed. You know, generally just being unhappy about my life and where it was going and or not going, and just being in a place that I didn't want to be, giving a lot of hours to a place that I didn't want to be. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, like really just reflecting and thinking. And I've come to the conclusion that where I went wrong with all my jobs was I got complacent. Like I said, these were dead-end jobs that I knew that I was not going to stay at very long, but I did not have a plan to leave. I had no exit plan. Because it was like, you know what? Go to what? You don't know what you really want to do. You're making money. You're making good money to take care of yourself and even to save, you know. So why leave? So what? You go to work. I got to the point where I would go to work. Didn't even have to think about doing the job. No challenge, you know, mentally. Just, I could do it in my sleep. Didn't really relate to the people there. I talked to a few people, but on the whole, no. And it's like, yeah. So, and I didn't have an exit plan. And on top of that, I worked all the overtime. Like, we were on 7 days on, 7 days off schedule. So on my 7 days off, it was nothing for me to work like 5 days, which is a blessing, you know, but to be able to have that opportunity, but not if you're not really trying to be there. Like, the money was good, but I went overboard because in essence, I was distracting myself from the fact that, girl, you're not happy. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know how to do it, but you just know you're not happy. And instead of just actually dealing with that and praying for direction and just seeking out my next real move to make me more fulfilled, I just distracted myself, eating whatever, you know, working and tried to justify it by saying, you know, well, at least you have this extra money. At least you're, you know, being able to save and pay your bills and what have you, and, you know, justification. Okay. But yeah, two things. You can't say you don't want to be in a place and then push yourself deeper into that place. Something's going to give. Something's going to give. It's better that you pull yourself out before the dam totally breaks. So the bottom line is, I refuse to play that game anymore. What's next? You know, I don't know. But I know that I've been trying to be an employee, but I'm really a boss, y'all. I am a boss. Period. And I've been trying to run away from that, fit into an employee mode, and it just doesn't work out for me because I understand it's not for me. So I'm going all in now. I'm going to recommit myself to this channel, becoming a full-time nail technician or something in the nail tech industry. Yeah, looking into perhaps making YouTube a career. Who knows? But I know what I don't want anymore. You know, I won't let my fears or, you know, scare me anymore, because as Marie Forleo says, she's an entrepreneur and a motivational speaker here on YouTube. Look her up. Everything is figure outable. She actually has a book too that I'm reading now. You know, so that's where I'm headed. I'm committing. I'm going all in, and hey, let the chips fall where they may. It can't be any worse than where I've been for, you know, working all these dead-end jobs. And as Martin Luther King says, you know, and this is what I do. I'm an overanalyzer. I analyze everything. And if things aren't coming together the way I feel they should come together, or I have every piece of the puzzle, I have to stop that. Martin Luther King says you don't need to see the whole staircase, just the next step. That's it. That's it. Just the next step. Sorry about that. Somebody has a loud muffler. But so I'm gonna wrap this up. If you are at a job that you don't like, that's giving you the blues, it doesn't work for you in any way, shape, or form, it's causing you so much distress, quit. Now, be responsible. If you got family and you got to take care of your kids and what have you, and you got people that's dependent on you, be responsible. But quit that job. Find another job. Find another job. There are other jobs out there. There's a lot of jobs now because people aren't working. But so you can have your lay of the land. Find a job that's going to work for you in your life. And if you are trying to do this, that will allow you to have trying to become a nail technician. I hope you are, since you're tuned into this channel, because we're about to get back into it. That's going to allow you to have some energy to be able to pursue, your goal, nail tech goal. Yeah, that's going to allow you to have that time. And so hopefully this was encouraging to you. I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I have planned for myself is to be committed to do what I know how to do and let go and let God, because I don't believe that we're meant here to suffer. We're meant here to hate life and just end up, dying. I don't believe that. Even though I just surrendered to that. I have surrendered that, at times that this is all it is. No, it's not. So I'm going to do my part to help you in this area of being a nail technician, and just, even if you have a little bit of interest in it, we're just going all in and see where it goes, see where it takes us. So I'm rededicating myself. I thank you guys for who's still been, subscribed to the channel. I thank you guys who've been inquiring as to what's been going on with me. I appreciate it. And I have not taken it for granted. And I've been thanking God in the background, still saying, you know what? And honestly, it's probably been under my nose. You guys have been saying it the whole time. Like, Rita, you're a teacher. And I wouldn't say that I've fought against it, but I guess subconsciously I have fought against it, because it's like I'm looking all over the world for my purpose, my thing, and this is it. It's just a matter of letting the fear and the fear and not knowing if I can actually do it, or just a whole bunch of resistance that comes up when we try to do something different from what we're used to. But I won't ramble. I won't continue on. If you have any questions and you just want to say anything, put it in the comments, because I'm going all in. We're going all in now. I don't have anything but to do it now. So until next time, take care of yourself.